welcome to Program Your Remote. Today we're going to be removing the rear shelf in a 2005 Honda Civic. Like I said, this is a 2005 Civic here, but it will be the same on a few different years. So there's quite a few different things that we need to remove in order to get that back shelf out. The first thing we need to remove is this side piece right here on the rear seat. It's just this section. And there's a 10mm bolt holding it in on the bottom. If you push the seat down, we can see it right in there. So that's the first thing we need to remove. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that, and then I'll see you in the next shot. I just took out that 10mm bolt that we looked at in the previous shot. Now we wanna go to the trunk. And if we look in the upper corner behind that seat panel that we were just looking at, and we pull the carpet down, we see this kind of boxy part of the vehicle that has these holes cut in it. And if we take a look up in there and we see that plastic clip right there, that's what's holding that seat panel onto the vehicle. So what you want to do is get a trim tool or a screwdriver or any other tool like that will work. And you want to push that clip towards the rear of the vehicle, and it also needs to go up just a little bit. It's pretty tight to get in there. This is probably the most difficult part of this whole process, is that clip. But once you have that pushed back and up, then that seat panel will come off, and we're gonna take a look at that in the next shot. And as long as we're in the trunk, we're gonna take this opportunity to disconnect the third brake light, which is right here, and that's done by pressing this tab that my thumb's on, and then that will just unplug like that. And we can also go ahead and put the back seats down. That's done by pressing this release, and then you'll have to push the seat while you pull that rather. Same thing over here. Pull that release, and then that'll push that section of the rear seat down. So go ahead and put your seat down, unplug your third brake light, and then we'll take a look at how to get that seat panel off the rest of the way in the next shot. So now this panel is ready to come out. And if you have someone helping you, it may be helpful if they push on that clip back and up while you're trying to remove this piece. You kind of got to work it around the seat belt. But then this is going to come out like this. So you can get a little better angle at it. This clip sits in here like this, and you have to push it back and up in order to allow it to come out. But once we get that done, we can set that to the side. Now we need to remove this piece right here. And it's nice if you have a trim tool to help you get this started. You may just be able to do this with your fingers, but if you start up here and get it started, we're just gonna pull down. One thing too I should add, it's easier to come in here now and just unhook this for the rear window defrost. Just unplug it like that. Get this, and you kind of gotta, it's tucked behind this piece, work that around. Just get that unclipped, then we can get that off and set that to the side. So once you have those two pieces off, go over to the other side and do the exact same thing. I'm not gonna show you that to save time, but I'm gonna go ahead and remove that side, and then I'll check back in the next shot. Okay, so we just got those two pieces off that we got on the passenger side that we took off from this side on the previous shot. So once you're to that point, we want to come over here and remove this little piece of trim around this key cylinder. And if you have trouble getting that started, you can use a screwdriver or trim tool or something to help you out. And now the shelf is ready to come off. So what we want to do is start on this front edge and just pick up like this. Get this front started because it's kind of tucked in around these areas. Get that front started, and then we're going to start picking up on it. I'm just going to start popping loose. And then as we're popping loose, as you pick up, you also kind of need to pull towards yourself or towards the front of the vehicle. Kind of go up and then towards it. And as you can see, that shelf will come down there. It'll give you access to your speakers or whatever else you're looking for. The only other thing I want to point out here is when you're putting it back on, you may see these clips like this that have come off along the way. If you get a shot right here, I'll show you a spot where This is one place where they came out. You can just put them back on and they'll snap back on there like that. And you can see a few are missing that I need to grab from up here. But that's it. It's kind of a lot of steps, but not super complicated. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you could take a second to like and subscribe, it helps us out and I'd appreciate it. Thank you.